Moving on to the process of statistics, the first step is to identify the problem. So this should clearly specify the population to be studied. Step 2 is collect the data. So when you collect data, it needs to be collected appropriately. Otherwise, it will be meaningless. Usually we use a sample because a population is going to be too expensive and hard to obtain. Step 3 is describe the data. So when you describe the data, it kind of gives you a sense of what it is telling you. So, are there a lot of people with brown hair? Is this medication working? Is there some kind of trend happening? Step 4, perform inference. So again, when you perform inference, you're taking your results from the sample and generalizing it to the population. With that, you have a measure of confidence and a range. Let's work on an example. The AP National Constitution Center conducted a national poll to learn how adult Americans feel existing gun control laws infringe on the Second Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. Researchers surveyed a sample of 1,007 adult Americans. Of those surveyed, 514 stated they believe existing gun control laws infringe on the public's right to bear arms. The researchers extended the survey to all American adults. Researchers reported a 3% margin of error with 95% confidence. So step 1 is to identify the problem. We're looking for the percentage of adult Americans who believe gun control laws infringe on the public's right to bear arms. The population is adult Americans. Step 2 is collect the data. So 1,007 were sampled. 514 believed gun control laws infringe on the public's right to bear arms. Step 3 states to describe the data. So we have 514 out of 1,007. That means 51% believe gun control laws infringe on the public's right to bear arms. So how come we did not survey all, or we don't have use the population? Because it is impossible to get all adult Americans, and it would be very time consuming and expensive. This would be a descriptive statistic. Because we are describing the data. Step 4 is to perform inference. So researchers felt how confident? 95% confident that the percentage of all adult Americans who believe existing gun control laws infringe on the public's right to bear arms is between. So we have a 3% margin of error. So we need the range. So we have 51% from our sample. So we're going to add 3% and subtract 3% from 51. So when you subtract 3% from 51, you get 48%. Arms is between 48% and, so 51 plus 3 is 54%. So with our inference, again, we have how confident we are and the range.